There's 1733. Good luck. So we've not played before. We have no head-to-head score. D4, so we'll match it with D5. Opponent 6,000 gears of rapid. That's a lot of rapid chess. We'll match that as well. We're just going to figure out what we're going to do with this bishop, outside or pawn first and inside. We could match that. We could. And we're probably going to see something like this. If queen up, it's always fine to meet the queen with the queen. So I think I'll bring the bishop up as well and pawn up. And it's just a case of what we do here. But we're just basically trying to castle. So we get the bishop up somewhere, get castled, then worry about what to do. Now bishop up, you're fine to leave it, to trade, or to drop back. What do we want to do? I'm actually going to drop back, but it is fine. All three options are playable. Okay, so we can do a bit of copycat and go here, can't we? Knight down is a move, and I think you play this queen up, knight back, that sort of concept. You just got to watch out when you're here that the pawn can push on and you might have to trade. So here, there takes. If the pawn marches down at some point when it's supported, you might have to trade, but I'm going to go on the more attacking square. Nothing wrong with going here as well, though. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. See, so he's come forward. So if I take, he gets developed. A castle, knight down, it's a slight issue, isn't it? So I'm just going to castle. If he takes, bring a pawn in towards the centre. And that's exactly what he does. Now we could actually take here. No, I don't like that though. Just got to be a little bit careful. If the queen comes up like this, there's a slight issue, isn't there? There's a very slight issue, but I've got my knight here. So if knight in now, I think c5, queen behind the bishop and knight up is likely. We could just simply take though. Get two knights against bishop and knight. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, let's do that. Let's get rid of that knight. Let's just mix it up. We're already a minute down. Okay, he's taken back with the bishop, so I can play knight here, here. We can prepare a pawn, push it whether we want to. Here, if we take, he's got this, hasn't he? But it opens things up a little bit. So I'm going to be bold and push forward and just sack a pawn. Okay, well now, does it matter which one I go to? I'll go here and hit the bishop, I think. He'd probably drop back, but he could again just leave it. Trade, he could go attacking. We can take, he can take. He's chosen to take that way, so do I want to bring a pawn across then and give my king a square? That looks nice, doesn't it? I don't really see the benefit of going here. It could backfire, but I'm going to go with the pawn and give my king the g7 square. Could backfire. Now, he can obviously take the pawn. We might just push and sack. We could play a5 first and try and deal with this, but... Okay, he's come forward. Nothing wrong with that. Good move. I think it's time to now take. Okay, now I'm going to play my king up, put it on that square, the pawn vacated, and maybe rook behind, just put a bit of gentle pressure on, get the queen up, the rook across, or chuck the pawns, something like that. Just hope we find a way to get a little bit more advanced. Now he's targeting this square. Could be dangerous, could be. I think I prefer just a simple queen move first. I'm going to play queen up first and then maybe rook across, because there's no immediate threat, is there? If he launches, the rook's going to come across. He's gone with one. So I think I'm going to launch the pawn on this side. I'm still a minute down on the clock. So I'm going to try and work here, but keep this in reserve. Okay, I'll just launch the other one. I've got to try and get this knight either useful here or maybe switch sides somehow. Or do we get a little bit bold and try and march in the centre, but then we've got a weakness, haven't we? As soon as this pawn vanishes. Yeah, and he goes after that. So I think we should probably push. Say we trade. If he takes, it looks like we're fine to take back. And if he pushes here, it looks like we're fine to take. So I'm just going to push on and stick to the plan. And hope we find a way to break out. And hope there is no tricks in the position. I'll pre-move in case he takes the rook. He might not, but it's a safe pre-move. If he... Oh, hold on. I'm going to say it's a safe pre-move. If he takes, we're automatically taken back. We could actually take the pawn and attack the queen. Let's not pre-move that. We could do it that way. He's fine. He'll just take back. He's fine. It's just that it's an option, that's all. Now he's targeting this, but here isn't really a threat to sack, so I'm not worried about that. So I think we should probably take knight round in something like this. I don't think pushing is good for us, so I'm just going to take. Now, if I play a rook across, he can then take, and we've kind of spent a move. But it might force the issue. Or we can play knight over while we've got the move. If knight back, we can then play rook across with a view to coming in. That looks like a nice square, doesn't it? A nice square, but there's nothing wrong with this either. And see if he trades. But knight, if I come here and he drops back, there is a threat though, so it's just a potential. But now if he does take, then obviously it's a safe pre-move. I'll pre-move that if he takes now. Again, with it being rapid, you don't really need pre-moves like this, but it could make a difference at the end of the game if it comes to a scramble. Now I'm trying to put pressure on that backward pawn. So now we've got knight here with an actual threat. He's targeting this, but there's no immediate threat. But knight in does create a threat here. Knight takes here isn't a thing. Knight here, if he plays, well, he can't play knight back now, so it looks like a good move, doesn't it? We're going to try and bring the knight in here. We're going to try and pressure this pawn, but we're threatening to go to b3 and hit the two big pieces. And if he took the rook, we would take the queen. If he took the rook, we would take the knight. So we've got a threat there. And then a nice square here. But once we're on c4, we might be kind of stuck. I mean, it supports a push, but it might not do much else, so we might have been better coming this way. Time will tell. Actually, I might be better reversing that. We'll have to see what our opponent plays, but the knight useful to defend, could be useful on the king's side. Ooh, and he's found a good move that I missed. I didn't see that, but as he hung a pawn, the idea being if my knight moves, I lose two rooks for the queen, but I don't mind in principle, but if I take here... have I suddenly messed up? But he doesn't have a quick way to triple stack here, does he? So I can grab a pawn. He's not going to take with the queen. If he had the queen and rook the other way around, that's a problem. But here, I need two moves to get back. Or one move here, and then move the knight two rooks for a queen. But I get a valuable pawn. But I can't actually do anything about it now, can I? If I take, and he comes here, it's fine to trade. And then I can maybe play queen across or something, or queen back. Queen back might be the move, and then I can afford to move the knight, but it's tempting in it to grab a pawn. Say he goes rook here. Can I just play back? I need two moves to drop back, or I bail out. But once he gets here, that's a problem. No, I don't think I can. I need to triple stack this and threaten to jump over, I think. I did not see that move at all. Now I'm 2 minutes down on the clock. Okay, he's played rook across, so are we actually able to safely take the pawn now on the base that we can drop back? So here, if he comes here, we still can't drop back, can we? Gain a pawn, and he comes down, and it feels like we're just stuck. But I can play knight across and trade a set of rooks and then figure something out, I think. Yeah, I don't think I can risk it. He's not going to take now because it'd be a queen for rook, so he'll move. Now we can always trade a rook and try and get active, get some control, hopefully. He's played this really well and really quickly. Okay, now as he just blundered there, allowed the fork here. Is that safe? I don't see a threat here. And if I go here, if he moves anywhere, I take here, and this is safe. So I think he's finally gone wrong. I think we come in and attack the two, and if he takes, we can take back. He just stepped on the wrong square. Either of these, actually, the knight covered this one, didn't he? So this one was probably the better one. The knight was here, so that was covered and that was covered. But now, hopefully, we should win an exchange. So he's gone across. Now, is there a trick like rook across here? Is rook across better? If he takes here, we're happy. We just simply take. And if he plays queen takes here, we're happy. We just simply take. So rook over might be better than taking. He has to drop back. We just take, and both rooks are off, right? So I think we go here. I think he'll have to drop back. We can just take the knight first, but we can always take with a rook first. and then gets both rooks off, and we'll have queen and rook against queen and knight. But that's far from over, especially as we're so far down on the clock. 2 minutes down, but he's got queen back here, or indeed maybe here. He's found it, so we're going to take and take. But now we need to develop, and we need to get after this pawn. If we get this pawn, life's all good. Then queen and knight are going to find it hard to break through here unless the pawns fly down as well. Got a nice square for the queen. We've got pressure coming. There's a back rank issue. So I can check and go behind, or I can just go directly here. Well, hold on, he's got a back rank mate, has he? He's just blundered the game because the queen cuts the escape, so that settles it. Simple mistake, just thanks to the queen being on the right square. That settles it, but he played that really well, didn't he? A lot quicker than me as well. He did very well there. Let's see what it was in engine speak, though. Pause so we don't accidentally start another game. We have 30 moves. They're the move times for both players. We've got the Queen's Pawn Game London system. If you click on that, it'll bring some puzzles up to do. That's something I do quite a lot of. Okay, so we played this one pretty well, 93 and 84 on the accuracy. Not that many mistakes from either of us. The one blunder just here on move 25. Queen to c2. Let's have a quick flick through. But you see, nothing really been flagged by either side in all these opening moves. I don't really play the wilder, risky openings. Maybe I need to try and learn some of them. You know, just to mix it up a bit. It's a little bit stable, solid for both of us, isn't it? Yeah, you should have taken the pawn. Just taken a little bit of a risky to mix it up. You probably play up and sack a pawn or something. But it's still completely level. So eventually we took the pawn, developed our king. And we launched this queenside attack. So we're just marginally better here. Marginally better. A few little blips here as we can see. But this was all good. The rook across was actually good then. So was queen across. So was knight across. And yeah, queen to c2 was the right move. And we should have taken the pawn. We should have been greedy and grabbed the pawn. So it was the right move to make. I was just seeing a little bit of ghosts with this idea. But apparently it wasn't a thing then. There must be a way out of it. There must be. So we should have taken. Okay, so where's this I'm looking at? Rook takes c3. And the right move is just the engine to play h4. h4, not to go after this. And obviously the knight can't move because the rook hangs. That's what I was concerned about. Maybe there's just some sort of sacrifice you play, but the engine says h4. Queen back. Obviously you guard the knight. Then the knight drops back. I mean, who's going to play these moves? That's engine speaking it. Who's going to play this and see this coming? This is just all engine nonsense. Yeah, this isn't chess at our level. This is just engines being funny. This is just an engine being an engine, isn't it? That's not what we would have played. Okay, so here, queen back was a bit of a miss then, not going for this pawn, at least in engine language. Rook came across, then again, I should have just taken the pawn and not been worried about this. Again, it's coming up with the same thing, h4. It likes rook takes and h4 instead of rook down here. Okay, so what happens if we do that? So there's obviously something I'm missing. So where is it? Where am I up to? Knight c4. So it's rook takes c3 there. So say we take it. It wants h4. Let's just turn the engine on. What have I got it set to? On one line. I've just done a refresh earlier on. I'll just change it to 2. We'll put it on Stockfish 17. Yeah, memory, actually, that can go up quite a lot. I've got plenty of memory on the computer, so that can go up. Not sure where I want to put it to. Let's go there for now. So after we take here, what happens if you play a rook there? Oh, there must be a back rank mate threat. That's the idea. I like how the game actually ended. We're in time to play a queen up and we're +3 better. And you've got this back rank mate threat exactly how it ended, so you can't actually take. So if you take here, we've got a rook check here. Hold on, let's just see. Let's just play it through. So queen to c7 here. So if you take, we just immediately throw the check in. You have to block, so that's the right move. Then we take the rook here. The queen takes, and then we just collect either way here. That's what the line would be. Okay, the engine's a little bit stronger than I am. And there's a blunder, which allows us to win this exchange. We get the rooks off the board, and then we happen to put the queen on a nice convenient square. b2, it's still +5 for us, but he goes onto this square, which allows this back rank mate to now you either block with a knight, we just take, or you block with a queen. Only way really to survive queen for rook, and then it's a queen v knight. But it is what it is, but a good game, very good.